Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Arknights Endfield video. Today's video is mostly going to be focusing on the headhunting session for Rossi. Now, I'm not going to be instantaneously able to fully test her out. Now, granted, I don't know what's going to end up happening because time schedules and stuff like that. When it comes to what my schedule is, I may end up being like a multi-recorded, different day type of shenanigans. Um, we'll see what ends up happening. But you probably won't know about it, but I will. Anyway, so future plans kind of went down and thought of some things, and I think are important to take into consideration. So obviously, due to still being E2, I have not really maxed an E2 character out. Uh, I'm not going to be able to get into tier 3, or I should say gold gear equipment. So, well, I could max out the weapons and then see how well I do against Umbra Monument, which is something I'll probably end up trying to do. I'm going to be working on materials for weapons to get them to level 90. Going from level 80 to level 90, the last upgrade tier, I believe. Unless I'm mistaken, it goes to 100, which I don't think that's the case. It seems like level 90 is the highest it will go to for both characters and weapons. That's probably when it comes to, at least in terms of like how strong I'll go for the characters before I start going on to E3. It's very likely that's probably what I'll do. Because I think at this point in time, if not maxing out weapons is enough, it's probably going to be the levels for stats for the character on top of the equipment. Now, there are some characters I have yet to really use, like for example, I probably could use both Ember and Snowshine as an example, and maybe that's enough to tank, but I don't know if that's enough of DPS, stuff like that. And there's a lot of things I have to really take into consideration and trying before I just give up on E2 altogether. There's a part of me that thinks it's possible, it just, I'm not tanky enough to handle the damage output. That's essentially all it is at the end of the day. If you played flawlessly, it's probably possible to do E2, but it'll take for like almost maybe the entire 10 minutes or barely close enough, taking a lot of things into consideration, of course. And with stronger characters, it's probably going to be easier to take out enemies quicker, so it's less things to take into consideration. Maybe long term is more of a mess or an issue because you have multiple enemies. Not dead yet, and it's already been 7 minutes type thing. A lot of things to take into consideration with not as high DPS. Anyway, I think I kind of went over like my plans when it comes to Umbra Monuments at least. Obviously, I'm going to try for Rossi here. I have enough to go for max out. You might be saying, but you don't have 60k! I have a 10 pull for the dossier, and I can easily get up to 20 to 25 pulls with exchanging for them. I can easily get to 60k. In fact, I could probably get to 70k right now. And I have not finished everything in the game. The only issue is probably going to be arsenal tickets. So if I wanted to go for her weapon, it may not happen. It may not happen. I may not have enough to guarantee, and me going for it, maybe nothing will happen. So, and that's mostly on me, because I had enough to save up to do a guarantee again, but I used it to guarantee a different weapon for another 6-star that I had. So to me, I'm not mad. about the decision, nor am I freaking out. I could use the other 6-star, sword from the Protocol Pass, exchange for the Protocol Pass sword. That'll probably be best in second slot. It's kind of the general gist of Protocol Pass weapons, which means you have to go for I think it's the second tier at least, the bare minimum. The third tier gives you another weapon, so 2 weapons on top of several pots for their weapons. We got that, understand? Cool. Anyway, probably when it comes to gameplay, I'm still have to finish the 3rd act, because I haven't really touched it for a couple of days now. I will get into that. The main thing is for this video is that this will not retread on most of the points on the last video. That's a reason why it's 2 hours long. There's a lot said. I will be separated into major points into smaller videos. I don't know when this video will be out in comparison to those 2 types of videos, on top of episode 16 stage clears from the OG Arknights into consideration here. So, a lot to do. Next week is the last week where I have a lot of free time to do whatever I want before getting pretty much a full-time job back for the cemetery. So, yeah. If I do anything now, it'll be best time now to get a lot of stuff done. And there's a lot to do when it comes to the channel. Most of the stuff is already on YouTube as is. What I'll probably do, hopefully by this week, is finish episode 15 finally, fully. Regardless if I do it with the niche or not, just to get it done and over with. Episode 16. Anything that I could possibly think of to do for Arknights Endfield. And that's kind of it when it comes to the channel, at least for now. And just doing parts of what I've been focused on essentially since January. So, yeah, I think I got over everything I needed to do. So I have the dossier. I won't grab that yet. I want to do other stuff here. The sign-in rewards. Yada yada yada. I have barely done much of this because it pretty much focuses on the next episode. This should be for the entire patch. I don't know why it's a few days after Rossi releases. Why not make it the full patch? Seriously. Anyway, good chance I won't finish this fully. Like, again, I don't understand the need to make these events very restrictive if you want people to take the time to enjoy your game. Which kind of goes, again, back to everyone doing everything. Not everyone doing everything, but a huge portion of the fan base, the vocal fan base, by the way, or at least the player base, I should say, for the game, finishing everything and then saying this Rossi is boring. Not so much Rossi, but everything tied to this set of patch, or people say phase, find it completely boring and already done. And there's still one more event to come out. And that's the insane part, there's one more event to come out. People are going through this like they have nothing else in the world to do. And that's very disappointing, actually. I'm very disappointed in these people, because this game should not be end-all be-all. It really shouldn't. No single game could, theoretically, do that. But at least for some games, you don't have to worry about the next updates to continue playing. And that's, you're talking about Terraria, and Minecraft. Some interesting side options that kind of go gets the point, but they're a different breed than life service, personally, what I think. But anyway, enough of me roasting a huge amount of the Arknights player base for not taking their time and enjoying the game. This event's out. I probably won't touch it or get around to it, given the fact that I barely got through to the story bit to finish all the 4 character stories, which thankfully I did, because I can actually platinum the PS5 because I did that. Go watch that other video. There's a reason why it's 2 hours long. Anyway, Rossi is now out. When it comes to Rossi, I'd have to play with her a lot, but me personally, aside from getting used to playing Rossi, I think Rossi can easily work in a mixed physical team with one element on the side. Now, some people say preferably heat variant, and that makes sense. Fair enough, but I don't think it's a necessity. And that's the thing, like, a lot of people have already tried to make, like, really, like, thumbnail-driven videos of, like, this character has over 280 plus variants of teams. It's like, I don't give a fuck. She's versatile. End of story. Like, I already have a setup plan. Relax. I've already made the best physical team. Joking aside, it's hard to really say what is the best physical team because there's a lot of things to take consideration. There's a lot of things in that battle with each set of teams that you could change a few things here and there, which could changes how things goes and whatnot. Physical in its own right is very versatile, and Rossi just tenfolds that. Okay? That's the better way of phrasing it than just Rossi herself. And I think a lot of people just don't really take that into consideration, but whatever. I think Rossi is important. It just seems like Rossi's main point is to have physical work with all other elements, not just ice teams. Because people tend to forget that, what's the effect called? Crystallization, or fuck, I can't remember right now. Pretty much, the ice teams work with physical teams, and you use a physical skill, you get the shatter effect, which is just extra damage. So, people tend to forget that exists. Now, they probably could have done a lot more with the others, but that's not how things worked to an extent. I think probably the others could have been a lot more, unique, maybe. I feel like some of them are bare bones, but it works for being bare bones in terms of what it does, specifically. But I'm not gonna go into it. That's not the point of this video. Rossi can work in a lot of teams, and people have already, to an extent, are talking about what I've already talked about since the release of the video talking about 1.1. Tong, Rossi work well together. That shouldn't be a big shock. It really shouldn't be. But if you didn't know, now you know. Some of the best players in Arknights, and it's seeming like that's going to happen for no more Arknights, are kind of already starting to say that. I'm not saying that I am the best player in Arknights Endfield or Arknights, but other well-known are starting to say that on the first day of the launch here. So, hopefully that takes into consideration of my thought process on best physical team being, aside from those two that I've already mentioned before, Rossi and Tang, you have Lafong and Pogradishnik. Boom, there you go. Really, a full 6-star team that works with each other. And you might be wondering, but using the physical stacks, Pog, like, what are you doing? The whole point of Pog. I mean, you could argue the Pan, but who's the Pan in my account? I understand, but to me, I'm not going with the pawn. I'm not going to ever use the pawn. The only use case of the pawn that I would have had it if I had Levitain and Yvonne would just to be get into areas with glitches. Get to places that are impossible to get to. Because of those 3 specific characters. That's it. Spoilers, like, not really spoilers, but, shock? News? I don't know. I'm not trying to think the best thing to say that people would be shocked by hearing that, but to me, that's what I view as the pawn is a glitch maker, and kind of that role disappeared. So I just don't really care about the pawn. It's just what it is. And honestly, the way this account ended up being, also I won't be able to get this unless I just spam energy. Just tells you, like, I probably also could do its page, but yeah. I don't always, I mean, I see, don't always, I've been always getting this, but this week has just, like, they didn't really do anything on the side that allowed me to get other additionals. So it's kind of like, well, fuck. But anyway, aside from that, yeah. I don't think there's really much else to know. I'm gonna see if they added in more achievements. I don't believe they did. Which is also another big important thing to note, is them adding more achievements to Arknights Endfield on PS5. A lot of the other gachas do that. Enfield has yet to. So they may not continue adding any more, which kind of leaves the point of why would you play it on PS5, unless PS5 was the only console you have. Only way to play the game on. To me, like, don't play it on phone, unless you're doing, like, side stuff and the factory. Pointless to play it on phone, because I'm going to be really honest, you're cooking yourself alive trying to do that. And that's not the best way of phrasing it, but you know, it's the worst way to play this game is on phone with the combat, because the way they have it is so not user-friendly. You're better off playing OG Arknights. RJ Arknights is better on phone, easy to play on PC. Enfield needs a lot more work on mobile of a way to go about it, unless they work with a specific phone brand, like Red Snapdragon or whatever it's called. That could be a way they could go about it. To me, I think a lot of these games don't work well on the phone, not because of graphics or anything, but the gameplay itself is shit. Utter shit. You're way better playing on a PC controls or a controller. I think Arknights Endfield, since I've gotten used to playing it, I think the best is PC. I don't always say that, mind you, but just because of how the whole entire combat system works, PC by far is the best. Personally. Anyway, so there's more stuff here. I'm not gonna go anything over this at all because I don't have it really, and I probably won't. It's just the way things are. If I was streaming, that's a different thing, but we're not streaming, and it's gonna be a hot minute before we do stream again when I get the chance to again. So, yeah, don't worry about it. Anyway, Rossi is an operator who can quickly apply multiple stacks of vulnerability and deal damage to different elements. She can consume Art's Infliction to apply a lift and vulnerability, and deals both physical damage and heat damage at the same time. So the interesting thing about Rossi that some people were mentioning that I'm like, maybe they have a point, is that the only way for her to do vulnerability 2 times is you have to do her, then do an arts, and then do her again. Now, I don't know if that's actually going to be the case per se, but let's say if it is, that does hinder some things. But let's say at the start of a battle, it's not as bad, because you're either going to be doing Pog or Lefong first. Probably Pog, then Lefong, then Ting Ting, and then Rossi, or you probably do, yeah, you probably do that, so yeah, 4, then Pog again to use all your stacks, and then do like a weird combination of like Lefong, Ting Ting, Rossi, then Pog, and then repeat that. So the beginning is going to be different, but then when you get into consistent battles with this theme I thought of, that's probably what you would do. Is it going to be the best, most damage? I don't know. Who the fuck knows? I haven't tried it yet. People are saying she does a crap ton of DPS. If that's the case, she's gonna work wonders with Tang Tang, being able to freeze enemies down in place, tying things together. I think this team's gonna be a lot better than people think, because but Rossi works with both Tang Tang and then works with both of the other physicals. Very versatile. Again, extremely versatile operator. I mean, physical's already kind of versatile as is anyway. Add another character that just makes physical teams work with pretty much every element in the game now because of Rossi. I think if you did not go for Tang and Rossi, like, I can understand the thought process, especially with how this game is, but you're missing out on stuff that I think people are gonna be like realizing later on the line. They missed some really good operators by skipping them for other operators for whatever reason they may have. And for the beginning of the game to feel like that, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. It just comes down to will they start repeating certain things, or are they gonna go the route they've been doing lately in Arknights, where they just add in such unique skills that each operator does something so goddamn unique that they are just completely unique into that one thing that also make them useful and long-term useful of the implications of doing such a thing. Trust me, if you see how normal Arknights does power creep and the way they handle unique mechanics, I know it's a different type of game as gameplay, different types of gameplay. If they take that like the ideas from that and implement them in the way they do for Endfield, it's gonna be a different ball game when it comes to power creep, because it's not gonna be power creep in stats, but power creep in unique mechanics. And Rossi is starting to show that, where she works and kind of blends the physical side of things and the arts side of things together in this smoothie with Rossi. Weird way to view it, but that just kind of showcases like Rossi is like, and Tang Tang kind of both have a unique element where it's like completely like unique to them and is really cool or good. Rossi working with team building really well, then Tang Tang being able to freeze bosses for a couple of seconds. Both of those things are really good and are unique to them, and they probably will stay unique to them for at least, like in Arknights, 5 years. At the bare minimum, I would say 5 years, based off Arknights. No guarantees it will be like that. So, we'll see what they end up doing if they mess up at some point. But essentially, Roxy is a upgraded Chin, in my eyes. Personally. But they also have Chin in here, so, you know. Operator quickly stacks the vulnerability and deal damage to different elements. She consumes Arts Infliction to apply lift and vulnerability. She does like this weird combo wombo. Honestly, battle skill deals physical damage and applies lift. If the skill hits target vulnerability, it also unleashes a vulnerable amperage that changes at the target and to deal heat damage. Okay, so the fact that our normal attack changes after a certain point, if the character has vulnerability, so that she then starts doing arts. That's her skill. I think that's her skill, yeah. Yeah, my bad. My brain was thinking like her normal attack, but no. And even says battle skill. Combo skill direct description of the combo is triggered if both enemies have vulnerability and a arts infliction stack. Oh, that's her combo skill. I thought that was her like base skill. That's like an upgrade for some reason. Like it's the combo skill, but like a partial battle skill as well. But okay, my brain was thinking different things, but the thing about this is gonna have to be getting used to it being like a combo wombo. So you have your first skill that she attacks, and then you have to press at the right time. And it makes me wonder how that really like works and the timing of that. Again, I haven't really played her yet, so I can't really say shit on how she plays or feels. By an instance of Lit, if the Secrets 2 is cast with perfect timing, it applies one more stack of vulnerability. So is it like a combo, not combo, one of those games where you have to music timing, note timing, I can't remember what the gameplay is called. Or is it like a certain amount of time and later? Because it's not instant, but there's like a little bit of like a time delay between it being good and still good. Again, there's a lot of things I have to test with this character, assuming I also get the character to really know like the perfect timing on like how much timing is that perfect timing. He has mass damage that applies heat infliction to the target. And vulnerability and arts then cast Rossi's combo for time to quickly build up stacks of vulnerability, and then use skill and ultimately do massive damage. Other teammates can also make use because of the vulnerability stacking to deal more damage. This is going to be working with Pog to get a lot more SP going and damage at the same time. Fun fact, Pog is technically a DPS character at the same time, just because of how much damage he does, and people have built him as a DPS character to do seriously stupid amounts of damage. So either way, for Pog with damage or for SP recovery, either works. But yeah, they showed us the pawn, so the pawn would be able to use it. I get what the point of bringing her, but personally, I probably won't use Chen at all. And I'll probably just be using the pawn, Akuri and Rossi here. I'll probably just forget Chen exists. They kinda, but kinda not. I was kinda hoping that they gave her like a second dash change. I've been seeing all over the internet that, like, as you can see there, her running animation, it changes to like a different animation that I think is kind of interesting detail that they decided to do. I wish that they do second dash animations again, or continue doing that for future characters, because there's only a few characters that actually have that unique second dash animation. I feel like there will be a character out there that has every single unique animation for every single thing, and they're gonna be like limited, and they won't appear for like a couple of years type thing. Don't think that will happen, but like to me, I feel like that will happen at some point. But anyway, let's actually get into it. Okay, so there's a bit of a sound effect.
We make a good team.
Like, what are you doing? Rossi, where are you going, girl? Damage output's already pretty good. That's the wrong one. I'm trying to get Arknights. There we go! And now we have to do hers. And yeah, that's kind of the other issue. Oh, that's actually a bad thing. Okay. Okay, that is a possible issue with Chen. Reason why I wouldn't bring Chen anyway, but the thing with Chen there was that she actually screwed over the timing of using her skill with that secondary effect. So, like, in this case, having a character that could spam combos is not a good thing. This is, again, I wasn't planning on bringing Shin, but a good showcase of why these two characters actually do not work real well with each other. They just don't work well with each other, okay? I don't think that was the best showcase there, but goddamn, that the shenanigans that happened there, where Akikuri got captured, and then Japan uses the physical stacks, and when you bring in the physical stacks, and then I got screwed over by using a combo skill, I didn't even use all the ultimate animations, which is whatever. We can just do this right now. Okay, cool. I didn't think that was going to be the case, by the way. But now we know that Shin can actually fuck over your attempt at trying to do some kind of shenanigans. Same deal for Administrate. I don't think Administrate is going to be worked out well either with her. And Perlica. I don't think Perlica is going to work well with that either if you're trying to get that second wombo combo of her combo skill. Now, the other thing to note is it doesn't seem like that spammable. Which I thought maybe it would be more spammable because it would be like adding more vulnerability stacks, but that is not the case. In some ways, I think Chen will be better at applying vulnerability stacks. She's still the best in that regard. But in some ways, I think Rossi will do more damage. And in some ways, maybe etch out on top if you use her correctly with spacing and not getting hits and yada yada yada. Not a good showcase, but overall not too hard to figure out how she works. I use the physical team anyway, and she's just like another element, but another interesting element to use or work with. That's not what I do. I wanted to go... Where is this? Hit on now. Okay, yeah, so this is the 10 guaranteed, and then there's like the several single summon tickets. We will go to, not necessarily Arsenal Exchange, I mean, yes, Arsenal Exchange, but like, we're going to here to the specific items, the, Rhoda. That's what I want. Grab 5 of those. And with the bond quota, I could go for the bond. The reason why I haven't gone for these at all is that I'm almost max pot without going for these. So it's kind of just pointless, I'm going to be brutally honest. Ray not worth using for. The only reason you'd use this for is these. I mean, spoiler alert, maybe? Like, you could argue these, but to me, I haven't gone to the point of needing to use these, and I already have 50 plus. So to me, mark of perseverance. No point in exchanging for this all. So unless you're trying to build as many characters as possible, which at that point you don't really need to, but you can take your time. You can take your time. Hand on scene side of things, you cannot take your time with, especially for certain characters if you want to. So yeah, 24 if I really need to, and I could get more anyway. There's a good chance I might get Rossi before then. The best case scenario is getting multiple 6-stars before getting Rossi guaranteed. Very unlikely, most likely impossible, that is the best likely scenario for me. So I can get pots for 6 stars and Arsenal tickets. I'm just curious to see what they are here, not too worried. And that out of the way, I have enough here to easily get to 120 plus pulls. Well, at least I believe that is the case, or at least... Yeah, I should be able to. And then, unless I'm doing math incorrectly here. Unless I'm being really stupid. but I also have a 10 free pool. To me, I think I'll be able to. My brain is saying, like, is that correct? I should be fine. Yeah, I should be fine. Like, there's a part of me that thinks, like, wait, but no, I should be fine. Like, I'm doing math in my head, it's like, no, I should be fine. 50,000 is 100 pulls, so it's 5,000 per 10 pull. So it's 2 is 10,000, which is 20 pulls. It's like, brain, stop it. Stop over-analyzing this. Let's actually just do it. So this is the dossier. I'll probably end up getting the next dossier. 3 5 stars. I'll probably also lower the volume so it's not too loud. This is pretty good for Arsenal tickets.
Why do I have to...
C7 reporting for
I have
duty.
yet to get a 5-star into a 6-star.
Of Op
Which is the
C7
thing.
reporting for duty.
So, waiting for that time.
Edmund, how are... Oh, okay. Stick with the process. Here goes.
Close-up back
Enfield
spot form
operator
is
Chen
now
Chen
max
Yu
bar.
reporting for duty.
I am Ikut. Call sign
I'm trying
is
to remember
Arknight.
if I've back spotted her
I
yet.
am not.
If not, I should be at this
Oh,
point.
knowledge most ancient.
Most of these
Lead us
characters
not
need like
into
one more,
temptation,
and I max
but
spot them.
deliver us from the...
So, pretty good in terms of getting Arsenal tickets. I will save them this time around compared to yesterday's video. Yeah, I'm almost to 10,000, so I was going to show you. And 630, so that means I'm going to be able to get more tickets to summon more if I need to. But we will see who's the next 6-star, because again, it's no guarantee it's going to be Mifu, or if it's going to be Zhuang. So, we'll have to see. It could be Zhuang first for whatever reason, then Mifu. Or they could do Mifu and then Zhuang. It is kind of up in the air, so... Let's continue on here, going into our bells and using the 7. I could wait a couple of days, but I could just use them for picky for later on. So I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Guys, are we ready for part 2 of Tang Tang?
Captain Akakuri of Operation Team Z7 reporting in. The operations dossier, budget summary, and...
Antal of Op Z7 reporting for duty. I've studied Originium automation and occasionally helped with modifying or repairing Originium devices. You may approach me for such tasks.
Sorry, I was hoping.
Antal of Op
seeing
Z7
about
reporting for duty.
6 stars.
Hi,
Summary
Edmund.
6.
We meet again. Just call me Yvonne. It's been a very long time since I last went out. Pleasure doing business together.
I don't know how I feel. Because it's like, yeah, a lot of people are going crazy. That's, oh, you can get other limited characters you don't have before. It's like, to me, it's like, sure. This is the first time it's happened. But at the same time, I wasn't too crazy for Yvonne either. It's like, I can't be mad, but I also wouldn't mind of getting another Tang Tang pot instead of Yvonne. But Yvonne means more options or possible options for characters to use. So it's honestly all over the place. Icebreaker Games is coming out. Cool. Okay.
And
5-star?
Edmund, how are... Oh,
Okay.
okay. Stick with the process.
This isn't bad. Some people are going to be jealous. I don't know how I feel. Because it's like, this is the best case scenario. Long term. I'm just kind of like, already? A 6-star? It's like my luck kind of went opposite now. It's going opposite, where it's like at the very beginning I wasn't really that lucky, but now that luck is coming forward in the droves. Okay. Well, let's continue. Because I honestly thought we were going to be dead, and there. That made no sense. But you get the point. Also, I said I was going to lower the volume. I didn't.
Oh no.
Okay. Shahi. Okay, I did lower the volume just a little bit, maybe a little too much. We'll see. But yeah, urgent freebie here. I mean, we got Yvonne randomly, really quickly. So, freebie could happen again, or just could be a nothing burger like I expect it to be. Let's see. Kind of a nothing burger. Best case scenario is getting multiple 5 stars. Yep, that's not bad.
Catcher.
Oh, knowledge most ancient.
Okay.
and
Captain.
Greetings. I'm your operator from Rhodes Island.
I already have her
My
max
name's
body.
Sasha.
Okay.
I'm a search and rescue expert
So yeah, can't say much at this point. So a lot of these characters are just gonna be max pots. And a couple more to get the dossier. We'll see if we get to that point or not. Not bad.
Well, well, look who it is. The legendary Administrator. I picked up a couple of whispers on my way here. Curious to know which one's the most accurate.
Cap.
I am
Okay,
Ikut.
like at this point. Yeah, I probably didn't need to skip too much, but at the same time, it's like there's only like maybe 1 or 2 more characters I have to finish max potty for 5 stars, and then 5 stars at that point I'll probably just skip until they add a new 5-star, which who knows when that will be. Because at this point, rumors are and leaks are all over the fucking place. So. Oh. What is PD on 6 stars mean? At this point, I probably should get Roxy. Not Roxy.
Got anything to
Rossi.
say? No?
We're big scene games and series here.
and of
Captain Akakuri of
Oxy?
Okay, 5-star.
Capello Wolfgard Lupin, Enfield Crisis Team.
represent the...
I have a feeling I know
Give me
who
any
the
mark,
6-star
Joe.
is.
As long as our contract stands, I'll be your claws and fangs.
Why do I have to do this again? Captain,
Catcher. Op team
Probably the
Z7.
last character.
My role
It's gonna be a
is giving the
6-star.
team
Captain
Yeah.
Akakuri of Operation Team Z.
6-star. Survey says.
Seshka Liaison, reporting in for duty. My name, I mean my codename's last right. Just call me that.
Again, I mean, you could say I kind of jinxed myself with what I say best case scenario when it comes to 6-stars here. Last standard character. So at this point, I could go for max spotting at least one of them. Then start getting profile cards and start getting that purple tokens for 6-star weapons instead of going for the arsenal versions. I can't be mad, though I don't know if I will end up actually using her. The only reason I would build her is just for the Dijon support skills. But overall, not bad. I can't be mad. Getting more 6-stars is better than no 6-stars for a long time. Okay. Continuing on. Japan? I think I believed upon his... Unfortunately, no. Because I believe the pawn is like the last 5-star I know for certain that doesn't clock 4 out of 5. Unlock the Headhunting dossier for the next character that we don't have guarantee info on who it is. Either Mifu or Shuang. So, continuing on. It's either going to be gold or rainbow red. One or the other. Still waiting for that being a gold and then a 6-star coming from one of these in the airdrop. Still waiting for that to happen on this account.
Excuse me, is this where we sign up for the job? Nice meeting you. Name's Alesh. I like to read, and I can do angling with my eyes closed. Happy to be on board.
Cool.
Greetings. I'm your operator from Rhodes Island.
Does this mean we get the pawn?
Snowshine.
Pawn? Finish it off strong?
Greetings. I'm
Goddamn.
your operator from Rhodes Island.
Rip. It seems like this account's really pushing for an ice team here ever since I got Tong Tong. Because this is like the only time I've been headhunting, aside from like the last video. Cool. Like actually pretty good Arsenal tickets. Like, there's a good chance I'll have enough Arsenal tickets to get a weapon by the time you actually get her. The pawn.
I have always believed that you will lead us upon the right path one.
It'd be kind of nice to just finish off the pawn here, and then wondering where he is while he's in the store watching over me, waiting for his time. There's a good chance here that I'll probably have to use the charted headhunting tickets with the bond chart tickets. We at least get 10 per 5 stars, so it's like we're
And
getting
up.
surplus back to us. So,
I have always believed that you will lead us upon the right path once more.
yeah, because every time we get 10,
Welcome.
so.
Catcher.
Well, look, we meet again. Got an engineering problem? Put it out. Consider it fixed, and I will be even happier if there's canteen work for me.
At this point, that is the last pot for 5 stars to max out. Right there and then. There we go. If it's a 5-star below, I'll be skipping from here on out until they added new 5 stars.
And
At this point, I get to skip. Okay. Come on, game. If we get it now, that'd be cool. Start saving up. I don't know if I'll go for Mifu or not. We'll see how things go in the future. Another 5-star. Could be a 6-star. Surprise 6-star. I can skip it. I can skip it. I can skip it, brain. We can skip it now. We'll see if it changed to a rainbow, and if it's not a rainbow, we just skip. Okay, we're getting pretty much empty here, but like, luck-wise, we're getting a lot of 6 stars. It's not bad at all. So, another 6-star. Kinda to be expected with the amount of pools we've gotten in so far. Best case scenario, multiple 6 stars. Worst, maybe sort of other best case scenario is getting Rossi not here, but another 10
Well,
pool.
look who it is. The legendary Administrator. I picked up a couple of whispers on my way here.
Catcher.
Okay.
Op-team.
Ops.
End.
Hi.
End of Op.
6 stars, survey says.
I'm Rosina, granted name Wooper, meaning the text treasure. You'd better remember that. I mean, you can call me whatever you prefer.
Okay, and that is what you would like to see for an account. Yes, you're using almost all of your pools, but you're getting a lot of Arsenal tickets, and in this case, all the new 6 stars we gotten are new. And then me saying that in that sentence. So every single one we gotten today have been new. The other limited I haven't gotten yet, Yvonne. Let's be brutally honest, Yvonne was the most likely character to get for everyone at this point in time. So by the time Rossi ends, you had your best chance to get Yvonne. 5 sets of banners. So if you didn't get Yvonne, you're probably more lucky than you realize. Actually. You're a lot more luckier than you realize, because it'd be unlucky if you didn't get her in the 5 sets of banners we've had so far. Anyway, Rossi, I know. Yvonne, we got last right, and Rossi.
End of Op Z7 reporting for duty.
And 5-star.
Admin, how are... Oh, okay. Stick with the
I
process.
like how she decided to show up a crap ton,
Enfield
me saying that
operator
she's gonna be
Chen
replaced by
Shandy reporting
Rossi.
for duty.
Says a lot. Joking aside, it kind of feels like that, because she's pretty much being replaced by Rossi, but she's not, like, completely replaced, because in some scenarios, I think her speed and with her attack for her skill is faster than Rossi's, and there's not a lot of animation to it, it's just one swing in. You've seen it before, you know what I'm saying. Really quick, really fast. So far with the headhunting in this game, the characters that I focused on going for, I got. That is my experience. Weapons, we will see. Did I save it? I believe I saved it. Just a sec. Yes, I can confirm that I did end up saving it, so cool. Guys, remember how I said about, like, best case scenario, getting a couple of 6 stars and then Rossi for Arsenal tickets? We have enough Arsenal tickets to get the guaranteed weapon. The weapon guaranteed. People are going to hate me! Okay. Kind of joking aside, but not joking aside, like, legitimately, like, this is really good luck overall. I'm not gonna go for her weapon. Like, here's the thing about Yvonne, is I could just use Buddy and News, I think, for Yvonne if I really needed to. Or I could go for the gun weapon on the side, or some other alternative. She's kind of just there, so I could think about using different weapons for her at a later date. I'm not going to use her over Tang, but it's nice to know that I do have another ice elemental character to use if I really need to. Anyway, Lupine Scarlet. Best case scenario would probably be getting the different 6-star weapons as well. Yeah, that's all I could really say. Like, Former Refinery, Destination Point, Valiant. These other weapons wouldn't be bad to get. But we also have this weapon, Agility Boost, Critical Boost, and Garnishing Wolves. This is, yeah, pretty much the current weapon we have on Banner is like a side grade version of this weapon. So yeah. But, of course, this weapon's tuned for her just because it also revolves around the Woven Blood. The wielder gains 1 second Woven Blood that grants physical and heat damage dealt plus 2.8%. Woven Blood can reach 16 stacks. After reaching 16 stacks, the wielder grants another physical and heat damage dealt 67% for 20 seconds. After the duration ends, all Woven Blood stacks are removed. When they do critical damage. Okay. A bit of RNG, but yeah, that seems pretty nice damage over time. Not like it, not DOT, but like side damage that will add up over time. That can be nice. So yeah. Well, let's get started. These have been. Last time was really good. So. Well, shit. Getting an instant 6-star. Six-star. Survey says. Again, as I said, like, this is not the worst case scenario. This is pretty good in my opinion. If I keep getting 6 stars and more 6-star weapons, the more decked up my characters will be. So I can't be mad. To me, that is not bad at all. Now, if I ended up getting her weapon instantly, it'd be like, well, shit, there's no point in me getting other 6 stars, but I have more for later on. Which is, I think for most people, Arsenal tickets are more of an issue than Ore Barrel. Okay, this account has went from, like, not really great at the beginning to 1.1, the best luck you ever see for an account. Because another 6-star? Hello? What? 6 stars, so everybody says. Okay. 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 Yeah. 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 Well, I'm gonna have to make sure I lock the doors tonight. Okay. Joking aside, really good luck. Really fantastic luck. Let's be brutally honest. I can save the Arsenal tickets for later. People are gonna try to invade for this account. Overall, best thing to happen for this account. Also, first time getting that weapon. Just good overall. Extremely good overall. Because we can have another tank situation where I could get a character really early on, and then I could easily get the weapon and be done. Or I could go for Yvonne's weapon if I really wanted to. Would I? Not really. Personally, I don't think I will. I did that last time, but I'm just gonna save the Arsenal tickets. I honestly... There's a part of me that says to go for more and see if I can get more pots, but at the same time, it's like I should probably just save just to get the weapon, more so than going for pots. Overall, I'm just in a good spot, just straight up. I am in a really good spot for this account, especially for Arsenal tickets. I could go for that, but I'm not going to worry about it now. We did not get into the bond quota at all, but at this point we have 32 headhunting tickets to get from this. So yeah, we are in a really, really good spot. Well, shit. I'm like, I shouldn't be surprised, but I'm just kind of like dumbfounded with the... And the dossier for the next banner. Oh, what kitty? Rut! Okay. Hopefully my kitty didn't mess with the mic too much there, because he's trying to get attention and wanting to play with me, but this microphone is finicky as fuck, so if I sound like a demon, I'm sorry. I don't know what to really say. Except demon noises.
Finally, you're here. What took
Okay.
so long?
Good kitty! What? You do not have a ball here to play. Oh, you do, actually. Okay. Get it. Bruh, you're blind as a bat. I just threw it and you didn't get it. You didn't go for it. You're too much in the sauce for attention.
Watch this.
Okay.
Awesome, right?
So let's plot these characters. Shahi, 4 out of 5. Japan. So yeah, like that, bro. That's all 5 stars. That should be all the 5 stars, and now we have these 3 new 6 stars. Now I just gonna get lucky and pop 6 stars. Not gonna happen in a long hot minute. So let's go over to here.
Come on, let me do something for Enfield. The hour of bloodshed is upon us. It's time to hunt! I mean, it's time to eat.
Okay, I am going to be using this to pot the other tar. So, yes, I am doing this. Every single weapon, even the 1-ass star characters. By the way, this is the only way to get these 3-star weapons is by getting new characters. So you're actually limited for pots for these weapons than any other weapon in the game, which I think is just funny. Oh yeah, we have to switch. So we're gonna switch over to this.
This weapon is so cool! I've never seen anything like this back in the clan.
And yes, you can use essences on these weapons. I think it's very funny because it's like very easy to get these essences on them. But yeah, anyway. So there is Rossi. Okay. I thought there probably be a bit more of VA to it, especially like her howling. Maybe they didn't have that in there because probably what sound weird or something like that. Well, anyway, lift, crit, damage dealer. Okay.
And I hope that our battles may bring about peace.
I don't have this character yet, so we're gonna this first time seeing these animations, I believe, unless I've forgotten them. Which weapon are you gonna get, girl? I guess switch to this.
No problem, as long as it's hefty enough.
Okay. Oh! She just straight up throws it to the side. Okay, by accident. I do like her personality to an extent, or a bit of clumsiness, but I don't like her design all that much. It's like, I understand what they're going for, but I felt like, obviously they're trying to fan service the hell out of this to an extent in a way, and I can understand why people like it. To me, I'm just like, I don't mind fan service, obviously with how Tang is, but there's like to a point where it's like, I think goes over the top of trying to like of fan service. It's a bit hard to describe, so it's like there's levels to it. Someone who's played Azure Lane, by the way, for several years before I stopped playing it in 2020. Yeah, it's like I can play games that are considered gooder games. It's just, to me, I have a specific taste, and it's not like it depends upon the characters and how they look and the design. So many factors to consideration that this is not the type of video to go into it. So. So, like, I don't hate her animations or hate her character to an extent. It's just the design. Not a big fan. But, anyway, let's continue on to Yvonne. The one that everyone, like, you either like or you don't like design-wise. To me, I'm like, good. To me, I like Yvonne's design more than Last Rights.
Hey, Frosty Bitey! Oh. We're going for a walk with Endman.
Okay, I think I've seen most of her postures. So, switch this over. Who are you gonna get? Which weapon are you gonna get? For now, I guess...
This pair of hand cannons feels just right.
Really?
Noticed a few design OFIs. Guess I'll just mod them into a pair of Yvonne's special.
Again, that completely exits out of her talk. Of course, the obligatory position. I've seen that one plenty of times. Very obvious. But anyway. Well, if you somehow haven't seen those animations before, I mean, Yvonne, I don't think that's really the case, but, I mean, especially Last Right, like, I feel like most people probably have seen the animations for those, but Rossi's new, so...
I'm the pose of the back. Oh, wait, that doesn't sound right. Anyway, ow!
Okay. So we're gonna try out Rossi here. And I guess do we do Rhodagn? Try to do Rhodagn with a Rossi that's not really fully built. This might be a time racer, but gosh dang it. I'm gonna level her up a bit, and also we can see I didn't even actually check to see this. So she's like Gilberta and being serious, or like unamused, like very serious. Okay. Oh. Okay. I actually like that pose. Like that's like more of in your face and sorry, what was I saying? Almost anime-esque in terms of like super happy, serious.
The hour of bloodshed is upon us. It's time to hunt. I mean, it's time to eat.
Okay.
So that's how seasoned warriors fight. Like this, and then like that. Okay, I think I've got it now. Promotion? Oh, I get it! We have similar ceremonies back in the clan. Though, I've never actually experienced one myself. You know what? This isn't half bad. I am a descendant of the back.
Okay. We'll just speed through this. So I get at least to E2.
So that's how seasoned warriors fight. Like this, and then like that. Okay, I think I've got it now. I'm doing pretty well, right? Therapy is good to shoulder the clan's responsibilities. After all, I'm gonna make the pack famous across Talos too.
Okay. The only possible issue would probably... I'm not gonna... Okay, so... it's not gonna be the best, obviously. We're going to just give Chen, for now, this equipment from Chen. Yes.
It's a bit hard to move in. Huh? You picked it up for me, Admin? take it then. C'è sicuramente qualcosa che mi sfugge.
Oh, cat, please stop. I'll probably just switch back if I need to. This is probably not going to be the best set,
It's a bit hard
regardless.
to
I'm gonna make sure I grab
You
some
picked it up for me,
tacticals before we get
I'll
into
take
it.
then. C'è sicuramente qualcosa che mi sfugge.
Okay. Probably do 50 for now. That'll be fine. So she's kind of on par right now for most of the characters. So we're gonna try this team
Ready to
experiment
break
out.
camp on command.
So this is the team I was using against Searing Scar's last boss to see how far we could do for agony mode. Wanted this team out as experimental, so first of all we're gonna see the animations for Rossi here.
Rossi from the back. I mean, what's our mission?
Who do I want to make a mean? Probably go with Tang Tang.
I'll do my absolute best, and me. Rossi from the back. I mean, what's our mission? I'll do my absolute best, and me.
Okay. It's Chin, that's usually 3. Healer's usually 4. Pogs, oh, this is gonna suck actually, because I'm not used to this team format. I guess we'll just go with
Rossi from the back. I mean, what's our mission?
Operation Manual. I'm probably gonna get absolutely destroyed, especially if I make mistakes and don't have a healer. Yeah. Let's try, I guess. I'm probably gonna fail horrendously. I'm not used to this team. This is the all-star for do everything correct, Mungo Wombo Wombo Dombo team combo.
War is never about mercy.
Okay, how would I do this first? Probably him? Wrong skill. Fuck. Whatever. I was about to do that. Yeah. It's been a hot minute since I faced this boss, so I'm gonna do horrendous. Who do I want to do in this case? Probably just her for now. Oh shit. I forgot you fuckboy. Oh, that is an interesting visual glitch. Oh, shit.
Formation.
Okay, that was unfortunate. Yeah.
At my command.
Is that gonna actually hit? It will. I got hit by that? Okay.
Heading there.
I'm not gonna risk it.
You got formation.
God damn! Okay, that actually worked a lot better. I just need to get a better rhythm to it, but oh yeah! That felt natural as hell. And people are, bro, they're missing out, kinda. Okay. 120 versus 240, which are barely there. I'll do that. And 1.4K experience. I think it was like 11 minutes or something like that for the first attempt actually beating that. What's it gonna be now? I'm curious. What we're gonna see here. It's obviously not under the time to get trimmed, but you kind of see what's kind of happening there. It's here. Where is is it technical protocol space? No, this. 447 out of 120. Way faster. Holy shit, that was way faster. Wowzers. All I can really say is wowzers. By the way, that's a E2 team. E2. Not E3 with not even perfect armor, but at least best armor, gold slot. Not weapons are maxed out. No trust, or at least not full trust bonus. That is way better than I had before, and I don't think I've really went into an insane amount of damage increase, but enough to warrant being at least for sure cutting the time in half or over that. If I remember correctly, 120 seconds is about 2 minutes. And this is pretty much 6 minutes. $360 is 6 minutes. 7, almost 8 minutes. Maybe I'm over exaggerating, but yeah. And honestly, I don't spoil anything. Unlike, you know, a certain, other medals and like that kind of do that. I don't know how much damage-wise it's going to be for, these other stages and like that, but at the same time, a lot of these stages are more or less not really, like, trying to do as much damage, and more of trying to survive as much as you fucking can. And that alone is a big difference. But I like what I saw, and it felt really nice and natural. Like, I like the team. I do like the team a lot. As I assumed this team would work, it's just getting used to it, because if you want to get things going, you just use a skill. So, essentially at the start, you probably are going to do... I did mess up there, but you would do Pog, and then Lafong, and then you would do Tang Tang. Then that would start the combo for Tang Tang, and then you do Rossi's combo afterwards. And then you cycle between Lafong, or at least when you get to max invert, at least 3 or 4 of the physical stacks, to use Pog, and then you start a cycle of Lafong, Tang Tang, and then the skill of Rossi. Maybe use Rossi here and there, skill, then Pogs, and repeat. And you can probably move some things around, but it seems like you might not need to worry about using her skill, unless you just want to get like a lot of stacks on for some reason. Very specific, but honestly, I don't think it's as necessary compared to others. But overall, I like the character so far. And now I can actually do this. 3,100, 825 more AIC Crota that I probably won't actually use unless I don't want to farm these items. But I'll probably farm for those items because I have a crap. Like, they give us a crap ton amount of sandy pots. It'd be more just use them for something. Might as well just do that to get these so I can work on the weapons. But overall, yeah, I like the character. As you saw there, like, that's just E2. That was E2. Rhodagn. Probably not the best rotations, quote unquote, but fun. It is fun. I don't really have much else, honestly, I really have nothing much else. And this is me testing out medical towers and people actually liking them, by the way. I think medical towers is a really slept-on tower, just because it actually heals, it's a side healing option. And I guess in some ways towers can maybe appear for people during the boss fight. That remains to be seen if that's actually the case, but that is something to take into note. But yeah. What does her attack? Okay. Last thing I've yet to actually see, so... So it's somewhat similar, but somewhat different at the same time. Okay, so that's gonna be it for today's video. I didn't know if I was gonna actually do it all in one setting, but I was able to. But I am running late on time here with my schedule, so I am going to end it off here. If you guys enjoyed today's hunting session and testing out my theoretical team here, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, /follow. And down below is Discord, so do please go check it out. Aside from that, good night summons, good night shining, be safe and be healthy, and die. We'll see you all in the next video. Whatever that'll be and how the schedule is going to be for videos. Until then, peace.